Alright, Shalom. I'm going to start off by giving all praises, glories, and honors unto Yahweh, 𝐬𝐻𝐴 𝐸𝐻𝐴 𝐸𝐻𝐴. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the Church of Great Millstone. Shalom to the sincere, hopeful elect, you brothers out there, prophesying in the true name and the true doctrine about the times we're in and headed to, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Alright, it's Brother 𝐭𝐴 𝐸𝐻𝐴. In this lesson, as you can see here, you got the tower of a replica of the Tower of Babel over there in Russia, right? Ancient tower, burning in Russia as the people stand afar off and gaze at it while the smoke is rising up. And then at the end, you see that it finally burns completely, to the ground. And it's an omen, especially everything that's going on between Russia, NATO, right? Using Ukraine, Iran, Israel, China. They all play a part. They all play a role in prophecies that's escalating to World War III, which is going to be the last war to end all wars. And you see, the Lord is the one that's He destroyed all these wicked kingdoms, ancient Babylon. And ancient Babylon, I believe when you read around about the Genesis, around about the 11th verse, speaks about how they try to make all under one language. So that spirit, that philosophical spirit, of that nation is here today. Trying to make all one people, one world order, right? With their whole agendas. And these other kings of the earth, Russia, China, they are allies. And the rest, the rest of the smaller allies, the world is looking at America, which is Babylon the Great, for what it is, man. And they're rising up against her, due to all the trades and the lies and the truth breaks. But I'm going to get some scriptures real quick, because it's all spiritual. It is the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 15. It says, "The merchants of these things, which were made rich by her, shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing." Saying, you had some people in the beginning was like, these people represent these people represent the rest of the world. All right. It says, "And saying, Alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls." Because America is a rich land surrounded by water. It was rich in many things. You see, and that's why a lot of people from overseas came to America and builded upon her. America as that whore, with the trades, exports and imports of the goods with these other countries, and making treaties, then breaking them, and with her philosophies, right? This was a rich land. Everybody wanted to come to America to build, right? It says, "For in 1 hour, so great riches is come to naught," meaning nothing, right? So all the riches and showing you everything here is temporary. It's going down. The economy is being destroyed. It's destroyed in morals, integrity, even the bridges, even just the infrastructure, right? Their lies is being exposed. You see? These other nations don't want to do trades and deals with, even America's allies is leaving. As far as, like, even Turkey, part of NATO, but they don't want to leave business with Russia and India. They part of the BRICS nations, but also part of NATO. So it's all part of prophecy, right? How they, like the scripture say, they shall hate the whore. The day is these other countries. The whore is America, aka Babylon the Great. So let's read on. It says, for in 1 hour, so great riches is come to naught. And I believe, I forget who said it, but they said that Putin could send missiles within 20 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. It says, and every shipmaster and all the company and ships and sailors, as many as trade by sea, stood afar off. And Apostle Tahar made mention of, like, you had some workers that work on the ships, and I believe it was called shipmaster. They were the position as a shipmaster or something to that effect. But it says, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? Right? So that's the point, man. And cried when they saw the smoke of her burning. And that's what the world is going to see. They're going to see the smoke of her burning. Right? So, and the scriptures speak about when 𝐬𝐻𝐴 comes back with the holy angels, he's going to beam up his elect out of this fire, the second death, which is going to, America, aka Babylon the Great, is going to become a lake of fire that the scriptures speak about pursuing in World War III with those missiles that's going to be shot over here, which ultimately it's the Most High that's going to, he's orchestrating all of this. And, it speaks about how the elect is going to look down at the smoke of her torment, roughly paraphrasing. As a matter of fact, let's get that real quick. In Revelation chapter 15, verse 1, and I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up with the wrath of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of God. So, we're heading to those last major prophetic events. Hour of temptation, with that digital device, a new currency they want to put in people's foreheads and hands. And so everything is systematically designed for that purpose right now, due to the plan to the demic, right? As we see wars and rumors of wars escalate. So those that escape these things, the hour of temptation, Revelation 13 and 16, it says they gonna and over the number of his name, it says stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of God. So that sea of glass is what we're gonna be in those chariots. And real quick, I'm gonna jump to Revelation chapter 14. I'm gonna get straight to the point. Verse 11. It says, and the smoke of her 𝐬𝐸𝐞, and the smoke of their torment is sended up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever received that charagma of his name. Here's the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, and the Yahweh, and the faith of Yahweh, Yahushai, 𝐬𝐸𝐞. Okay? So, yeah, man. So that smoke is going to go up forever and ever as a pillar. It's going to be as a memorial. Let me get, because what? Over there in Russia, the scriptures speak about how the Lord is going to put hooks in thy jaws, pursuing Ezekiel the 38th chapter. Right? When you put hooks in someone's jaw, on an animal, right? They go in the opposite way. You're putting hooks, meaning you bringing them back. The Lord's putting that Soviet Union spirit back unto Putin. You see? Now I want to read this real quick in the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16. And I'm going to start at verse 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss. When they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. So as you saw these missiles being shot from one end to the earth to the other. From one country to the other. Right? And he described it as arrows. And we know an arrow can't go but so far. Right? Because there was no missiles back then. So he didn't call it a missile. That word wasn't even out. See? So it says, behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again until they come up upon the earth. And we're seeing all these plagues coming upon the earth on a global scale, quicker than ever. You know, here it is. We're in 2022. You know, the year of 𝐬𝐻𝐴, 𝐬𝐻𝐴, turning things up. The fire is kindled, and shall not be put out, till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer. And that mighty archer is who? Yahweh. You know? And when he sends his son 𝐬𝐻𝐴 to come back, he's coming back to destroy this place with fire as well with the holy angels. Turneth not backward. Even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. Right? Because what? The Lord said, wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, till he gather the nations, to pour upon them his indignation. You know, the Lord is gathering all the nations for that day of judgment. You know, World War III, Armageddon, mountain of troops over there in the Middle East. All right? You know, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, as the scriptures say. Now I'm going to get one more precept, Obadiah chapter 1 verse 3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwelleth in the cliffs of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? So this place is very prideful. You know, that's why they're trying to expand NATO, and Russia is like, yo, you keep, you know, going back on your word. We're telling you not to expand NATO. They're trying to get Ukraine into NATO, but Ukraine was already part of those are Russians as well. And even China with Taiwan, you know, they brothers, man. You see, so this is why they try to formulate that European Union, Asian Union, right? And so on and so forth. And they sit on high. Those that dwellers in the cliffs of the rocks. Look at they got buildings, 40 stories. You know, they call them skyscrapers, right? Esau, man, they the original cave dwellers. They the ones, you know what I'm saying? So the Lord had them in this position for them to gain their pride. But what? Pride cometh before destruction, as the scriptures say, roughly paraphrasing. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and you see their shekels, their quarters, the dollar bills, you know, they represent that eagle, because the eagle, they one of the highest flying birds. You know what I'm saying? So they fly up high, showing that, you know what I mean? We up high, that pride, they sit up on high. You know, I've seen servants upon horses. You sit on a horse, you up high. You know, representing power. You know, thou that exalt thyself as the eagle, and thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. So the Lord is going to bring this place down, man, ultimately. All right. So those that, you know, a remnant shall be saved out of it. And, you know, those that come out of her, those that, scripture said, come out of her, my people. That's when the Lord, you know, first we got to come out of this place mentally before we come out physically through the chariots. rehearsing the righteous acts, repenting, prophesying, meditating in the scriptures, praying to the true name, 𝐬𝐻 𝐷𝐻, following the true doctrine, and the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of what's written, doing that which is pleasing in His sight, that we may be found worthy to escape these things that's coming, man. Alright? So I hope that this lesson was edifying. Till the next time, I'm going to say Shalom.